Hello, everyone. My name's Rhonda Head, and I'm your host for Indigenous Super Stars. We're coming live to you today from Baghetti, Manitoba, in the heart of Opaskwayak Cree Nation. And today we have a awesome show as usual. My guests that I interview are always totally crazy talented, and every show is featuring a different talented Indigenous musician from somewhere in the world. And we have a special guest for you today. And I just want to let people know that you can join me on my Facebook fan page, my personal page on Facebook, the Indigenous Superstar page on Facebook. Please join and on my Twitter handle at Rhonda_Head, and on my YouTube channel. I want to give a shout out to my guitar teacher who sent me some really awesome marketing items. I'm going to download these today, and I'm going to listen to his incredible guitar playing, because those are my goals, to play like him. He's so awesome. He sent me some guitar picks too, so I'm going to be adding these to the collection of guitar picks that I've been getting. So thank you, Frank Palangi. I appreciate the marketing items that you sent me. And I also want to announce that I have been working on a website, and I'm going to have a launch pretty soon. All the artists that I have interviewed so far that have streamed on YouTube are on the site, and they're also on Spotify playlist that I made called Indigenous Superstars. So if you want to go and check out some of the interviews that you missed, you can go back on the website or on the YouTube channel to check out the amazing artists that I've had the pleasure of interviewing. So today we have a really special guest, one of my friends from Mexico City, and her name is Sophia Matus. Sophia is an audio-visual artist based in Mexico City. Her work addresses the dialection relation between the visual and the auditory phenomena, studying the aesthetic characteristics of its different levels of meaning. In 2002, Sophia graduated from the Conservatory of Music in the state of Mexico with a technical degree in piano. Later in 2017, she completed a bachelor's degree in digital art from the Autonomous University of the State of Mexico, where she received an honorable mention on the thesis for her piece Hypomnemus from Melancholy Memory for Piano and 5.1 Surround Sound. She has been granted several international mobility scholarship at the Tampere University and Applied Sciences in Finland, the Ontario College of Art and Design University in Canada in 2016, and the Osaka University of Arts in Japan in 2017. As a composer, she has worked in collaboration with visual arts and cinematographers on the development of intermediate artworks that have been shown and performed in national and international festivals, such as the Video Art Mutoscopio Festival, MEX, Music by Women Festival in the United States, the Floating World International Exhibition of Contemporary Art, the Cinema and Digital Art Festival, and the International Festival of Creativity and Digital Culture, and most recently, the UTEP Fine Fox Art Recital Hall in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sophia Matus. Hi, Sophia.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very happy to be here.
Oh, I'm happy that you're here too. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. I just wanted to know, like, where do you get your inspiration to write your music?
I took a lot of inspiration from music for cinema and then for minimalistic composers as well, or composers that use sample sounds to compose their music, like electroacoustic music. So that's pretty much where I get material to work with from samples, either recorded or taken from other pieces.
Nice. So what got you decide what inspired you to get into music?
And really cinema as well, and a bit of video games, or the style of music that I used to listen to when I was studying piano. So that's the thing that got me into music. That I started to study piano, so I started to hear more, to listen to more academic music, and that made me want to compose as well.
Okay,
Maybe compose more than playing.
so when you started playing piano, like how did you fall in love with the instrument right away, or like how did you decide to continue to study piano?
Well, first, I had a toy piano during my childhood, but then my father started working at the Conservatory of Music, and he was the one that pushed me to study. At first, it was like an obligation, but then I eventually really fell in love with the instrument and with the music.
That's awesome. So with that, I'm gonna give you the screen, and you can perform your first piece.
Okay, perfect.
All right. That was awesome. So did you compose that piece?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I made
What
the
piece?
piano part on a sheet, and then the electronic part um, using some samples from my voice and other beats and sounds.
No, that sounded really great. Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
that. Yeah, I just want to let the audience know that Sophia and I met at the Women in Music conference in Mississippi, in the United States. They had a I believe it was a 4-day concert with nothing but women composers from all over the world, and I had the opportunity to meet Sophia um, because we roomed together at our hotel, and we got to hang out most of the weekend. We supported each other, and I went to your concert, you came to my concert, and we kept going to eat Mexican food at the restaurant down the
Yeah,
street. Yeah, it was great. It was such a great experience, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
It was
was,
so wonderful to meet.
yeah, it was great, and the level of musicianship from all the women was so incredible. It was such a great a conference, and we plan on meeting there again, right, Sophia?
Yeah, yeah. In the future, when travel is safe again, yeah,
Yeah,
we will meet in person again.
yes, for sure. And I just wanted to I don't know if you noticed, but I'm wearing the shawl
Yeah,
you gifted
that's
me.
why I was so yeah, familiar with it.
I kept it all this time. It was so beautiful. I know I teared up when you gave it to me. It's so beautiful. Like you can't
Oh, it
even.
looks beautiful on you. Yeah, I'm so happy you like
I love it.
it.
Gorgeous. Where have you been performing? Like, where was your last gig at?
It was I found a small studio where we teach music and fine arts. So we had our first recital at the theater here in Tenango last December. So that's when I last played, and I presented the same pieces that were at the Music by Women Festival. Um, they were played by Cristina Melendez, which is a pianist from Mexico too, that graduated from the UTEP at El Paso, Texas. And actually, I met her teacher, Dr. Dina K. Jones, at the festival as well. And I gave her my scores, and she gave her to her students so she could play my pieces at her graduation recital. So
Oh
that was
wow,
also very great experience that came from that festival at Columbus.
that's awesome. So, how did it feel to hear your music being played by other musicians? Like
It
you,
was very surreal, and something that I definitely want to repeat in the future, because it gives the piece another feeling and another, yeah, gives me another ear to hear my own.
yeah, that must feel really rewarding to
Yeah,
hear.
yeah, it's really rewarding. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I'm actually working on one of my pieces that I wrote. I got
Yeah.
it scored for symphony, and
Oh,
London Orchestra is studying it right now, and then we're going to be recording it in probably within the next month, I think. So I'm hoping to have it out in either by end of October or mid November. So I'll know how you feel when I hear the musicians
yeah.
play my music. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're always doing all sorts of things.
Yeah, as artists, we always have to think outside the box, right? And keep our artistry flowing and just doing different things, doing a different artistic things and using different mediums, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So so uh, so where's the one place you want to play at, like your dream venue and city that you want to play at?
My dream venue. I don't know. I guess uh, it will be very dreamy and surreal to play the Bellas Artes, which is like the most important venue here in Mexico. It's in Mexico City. It's a beautiful, beautiful building, and I guess that would be like a dream come true. But let's see, I still feel like I'm maturing a lot in my musical journey. I feel still very young and naive, but I hope um as the years go by and I go doing more things and exploring more languages and learning, always learning more, my voice will mature until it is what it is.
That's awesome. So you can you tell us? You just said you graduated from your with your what was it, your bachelor degree, and now you're working on your master's. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's like a continuation from my bachelor's project, which was how can we talk about music and image, and where does it come from in the field of art. And um, I was working very close to video art, but then for my master's degree, I wanted to focus on another branch of video art that it's called video music, which is a word that is mostly used in the French language, but it's started to being used in other fields of investigation that mixes sound and image in a way that they are not just there. They are sometimes very close to each other, not only in the correspondency of uh, a sound stimulus with an image that goes in the same rhythm, sort of say, but more in the spectrum. And there's a lot of artists that are started to work on that. So I really want to research on that field and to see what else can I create in that path.
That's incredible. Wow. Are you thinking about ever composing for cinema?
Yeah, that was actually my main. That was what I wanted to do when I started composing music. But then, it goes like I went with the flow, and I am working with
That
a
is
very similar thing, but not the same. So
that's awesome. So what about like with your bio here? You said you went to um, you came to study in Canada. I remember you telling me that when we were on one of our visits.
and
Can
tell
you
me.
tell us about your experience in Canada?
Yeah, it was really beautiful. I was in Toronto for just 2 weeks. I was playing with other sound artists that had an analog synthesizer. So it was an ensemble between piano and analog synthesizer. So we performed at gallery that is called the Lake Gallery at the Ontario College of Art and Design in Toronto. And it was a very interesting and rewarding experience because I was still a student at that time, but that really opened me a lot of doors about international collaboration, and international collaboration also with other schools, because there I made a lot of connections with schools in Canada, in Japan, and in Finland, where I was studying before.
That's awesome. So, and then there's also you went to study at the Osaka University of Arts in Japan. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was my dream travel. It's the place where most I have been most impressed for what I saw and what I ate and all the things. But I was there also about 15 days, and we were also opening a show with the International Collaboration Group. And I didn't perform there, but I presented a piece in a little screen, and I got the chance to see other interactive art pieces by all the international students that went there. We were a lot. We were like maybe 30 students from different schools around the world, and it was one of the most awesome and cherished experience that I live my time of in Japan, because it is such a different country.
That's so incredible. Yeah. So you traveled all over the world performing. I'm assuming that you have performed all over the world as well. Yeah, so it was such a pleasure to meet you in Mississippi, and I remember going to watch you perform, and I took a lot of pictures of you performing, and it was such a great concert that you put on, and yeah, so I hope I hope that we meet up again in Mississippi. So I'll have to keep in in touch for sure. And with that, we'll go with your second piece.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope to see you too again.
Hey, that was awesome.
Thank you.
So, can you tell us about that piece that you just performed?
Yeah, well, that it's a very loved piece for me. I composed it a long time ago, but I never played, and this was like a really good chance for me to rewrite the score and play it. It's a really it's made of sounds that I like from samples by composers such as Akira Yamaoka. It's a Japanese composer I really enjoy, and it has two samples from one of his soundtracks. And then I added the piano part and also voice samples and drum samples as well. And yeah, it's a really dear piece for me because I really like the result, and I'm so happy that you enjoy it.
Yeah, that was incredible. Thank you so much. So, I have a final question for you.
Yeah,
How many hours a week do you practice on the piano?
how many hours a week? Well, I try to play about 6 to 8 hours a week. I used to play a lot more, but now I am really struggling with my schedules. Uh, but I still try to keep it to 6 from 8 hours. Also, I teach piano. I teach 4 hours of piano a day with my students, like physical students that they come to the studio, and also I have a few online students as well.
Oh, that's incredible. That's awesome. That's so awesome. Well, I'm so happy you got to join me this week and that we connected and our logistics turned out perfectly. Um, do you want to say any final words?
Yeah, I want to thank you so much for the invitation. I was very happy to be invited, and now I'm very happy that I play and that I get the chance to talk to you again. I miss you. I'm really happy and proud to have a friend like you. I've seen all the things you do, and you are awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your talent and your time with me today. I know you're busy with your schedule as well, and yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy we got to visit, and I'm happy I got to hear you play again. And I'm sure our paths are going to cross soon again when the world uh, allows us and when we're COVID free. So with that, I want to say stay safe, stay healthy, kasagitin. And next musical guest next week is country sensation Matt James from Ontario. Like I said,
Bye.
bye.